All righty. So, I don't know if you can tell, we got a different camera. See my real color. It's not all white anymore. Today is Q&A. So, I'll just be kind of like watching for some questions. Remember, people, I'm not doing personal stuff. Things that are relative for everyone, things that would be of interest for everyone, things that would benefit to know for everyone. Those are the kind of questions you can ask. Alrighty, so we're in April, last part of April. I'm wondering if you all got to see, that was for that. Yeah, we got a new one coming up, the energy update, really cool stuff happening. Oh, and then our website will be launching on the 1st of May. So that'll be fun. Everything's changing. It's going to be easy. Like if you want healing, you pick healing. If you want to be a healer, you go that direction. So it's pretty cool. So lots of things happening in the world. Lots of changes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. With the Pope dying, yeah, they're getting ready to start that new Pope procedure. So what? There will be a Bonnie what? A Bonnie marathon. I don't know what that means. Oh, with my sister. Okay, yeah, I have to we just have to set it up basically and set dates. I mean, she's ready to do it. It's pretty cool. When I was visiting her, see, this, you guys, this was way back. This was way back. This is like in the 70s. That's right. Back in the 70s. And we'd all lived out in the country, and the ships, we used to go watch the ships. We'd watch them. They'd come on down. They'd be across the skies, all kinds of stuff. So they started communicating with her telepathically. She got downloaded for 3 years, people. 3 years. And what's really cool is a lot of things that I teach and that I know and I discovered through my own journey, through my own unraveling and clearing and altered states of consciousness, where I learned. She learned the same thing directly from them. They told her. So we were talking about it when I just saw her. But yeah, and she was talking about how they present to some people. They don't present to everyone, but they do present. And they don't have, some of them don't even have form. They're just like energy, when they're here, and they're always here. And they talked about the dimensions, like the overlay, like I've talked about that. But that will be happening. So it's just a matter of setting a date, marketing it, letting people know, because I want to let people to come. It'll be free, but I still want a lot of people to know about it. And we'll get that going. Probably be in the summer. That's not that far away, like what, 2 months, something like that. I just got my glasses. Really? Oh, sorry, guys. Okay. Now, what's a good cleaning to detail it? Unplug from the control and emotions attached to the desire. How does she know they were good aliens? Hang on. Well, clearly they were good. Here's what, they talked about the earth. They talked about humanity, what they were doing. They talked about how they were here to try and help people, help people and help them with, basically we've been destroying the earth. So, these aliens were giving her information and things of that nature. But here's the thing. You can feel when something's good or bad. unless you're like totally disconnected, which happens. A lot of people get like especially when they're connecting with other spirits, things of that nature. But see, for me, I got the guys, my sister and I both have the knowing. We've always had the knowing. If anything's off, we can feel it. I'm not joking. Serious. Okay, you guys, any questions you got? If you're asking me to give you a clearing ideas for clearings in the vault, don't ask me. You know, you can go in there and type stuff in. You can do a search. You know, and you might check with We Care, but I don't know that they can tell you what clearing you need. You know what I mean? You have to look. Okay. Yeah. Okay, here's a question about alien stuff. What about the implants or things that siphon energy when you get abducted? Okay, well, you guys, here's another thing. You have to remember something. You know, you've made agreements to have your experiences. So even with that said, you know, you can still unravel stuff. So, you know, you're going to get, it isn't just aliens who implant you. Think about this. Our own government, the 1%ers, military, they implant you. Okay. You know, we got implants happening all over the place in our own dimension right here. So the problem is you don't even know they're there. You know, they're so subtle sometimes, but when they're lifted and gone, you can feel they're gone. Okay. But basically, you know, if you're suspecting, then have someone check you out. Okay. Or, you know, some people can actually release their own, and you can do that. Everyone can, you know, unravel, clear out their own implants. The problem with government 1%ers and military is they will feel if your implants have been removed. That's why I used to just do where I track in and get them to delete the file, you know. But what I do now is I make that hologram and attach all the implants, devices, mechanisms to that hologram, and then move it out of the body. That way, there's never alerting them that your implants have been removed. Because when they find out they've been removed, they'll just come and redo them. Okay. So you guys, everyone's got, not everyone, but well, almost everyone has implants. Okay. So we don't want them, but if you suspect it, or you can even just, you know, get it scanned, go, you know, have a session and get scanned specifically for implants. Okay. Yeah, it's just unfortunate, but there's so much things happening in the world that we can't really stop, you know, like I'm not going to stop them from implanting people. Okay. Okay, hang on. How to reclaim one's power, the power and gifts that we earned from our past lives, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, here's the good news. Whatever you've really gained in your past incarnations, it is still there. Okay. As an example, okay, I've never studied with anyone. I didn't train with anyone. When I was in Hawaii, my business partner, this is when I first heard about this back in 90, was it 91? Somewhere back there. She, you know, she had studied with Don Miguel Ruiz, and she had done journey work, all kinds of stuff. And so we were in Hawaii, and she said, Bonnie, this woman needs a soul retrieval. I'm like, what's that? She goes, don't worry about it. You know, she knew me. So that was it. Once I heard about it, then I opened it, and that's why I do what I do now. There's no training here. So my point is that you do have things innately in you. Okay. Now, to open them up, or to have your own power, there's several things you can do. Start coming into your own divine light, which I've walked people through into many times. You know, start practicing living there, because then you start vibrating that frequency. It starts exposing and revealing even more of the misperceptions and the blockages and the false ego, false self that that are blocking you from just being who you are. See, when you're living in your light, all your gifts, everything you've done, all the accomplishments and what you know are still in you, okay? But you'll feel them. You'll be able to live that more when you're connected. And the other thing is clear out your wounding, clear out all that damage, misperceptions, all that good stuff. Okay, hang on. Oh, okay. This is good. You guys, this is good. This was huge. I talked about this not just a few days ago, last week or something. Okay, so that feeling, constantly having this feeling of searching for the one, okay? And it's not just, you may not identify it as looking for the one, but it has to do with, there's a longing, a feeling, wanting to connect. It has to do with the mother-father wound. And you may not label it that way because sometimes it doesn't feel like it's about mom, dad. It can feel like you're looking for your partner, your mate, so to speak, looking for that one. Okay. But the bottom line is you got to unravel and the wounding that's causing that need, that want, that desire. Okay. So y'all know, maybe you don't know, but the Inner Child series, I'm going to be addressing the mommy daddy stuff. Okay. The Inner Child series, which starts next week, I think, Cynthia. Inner Child series. I think it starts next weekend, not this one, a week away. And that's going to help you guys to heal that place of looking for the one. Okay. There's ways to do this, you guys, but it's still all about clearings. It's about healing. There's no like instant pudding where you're just going to wake up. I look for that too. Yeah. Instant pudding, man. I wake up now. Yeah. So Cynthia is saying that if you read these, I'm thinking y'all can see the words over here that people write. Anyway, so Cynthia is saying that it's going to be a big one for that. Oh, this is good. This is good. Hey, Tom. How is it possible that some discarnates don't understand they are dead? Don't they realize that no one can see them and they don't have to eat or no. See what happens, Tom. Okay, now for most of the discarnates that are hanging out, we can feel them, right? Okay, they can hear us, that type of thing. The ones that don't realize that they're dead, what happens is they are in a little bit of an altered state. It's like, for example, like sometimes I've seen this many times. Someone has a car accident and they don't know they're dead. They're still walking around trying to talk to people. No one listens, so they'll go somewhere else. Okay. They're not in that full capacity that we are in as far as like cognitive understanding, that type of thing, when they're not in the body. Okay. So think about it. You've dropped the body. What you're holding on to is, the emotions, the traumas that you've experienced that you haven't released. Those energies are still within, attached to you. And the discarnates, for them, sometimes it's like a loop. Think about this. For example, when I was in Hawaii, I did a clearing on one of the cottages at the plantation, because this woman, she had been murdered. She'd been bludgeoned to death at her cottage. She had 5 kids. And when we were walking on the beach, my friend was telling me about it. And I said, well, why didn't somebody clear it? So we walked on over. You guys, this was intense. Okay. My friend, she's standing about maybe 6 feet away from me. We start walking towards the house. I stop and start tuning in. The woman attacked me. And this is why I clicked. But what happened was people would rent that cottage and they'd leave. Even the workers wouldn't go in there. Okay. So the woman attacks me. My body flies back. My friend, her eyes get big and she was shocked that she saw, my body goes flying. And I just immediately let the woman know I'm not the one who did this to her. Then she wouldn't know about her children. Okay. So I told her kids were okay, blah, blah, blah. And she left. Now that cottage is free. Okay. But my point is, it's like Groundhog Day. It's like the same old, same old, same old, same old, same old, same old. They're in a trauma. They're stuck in that trauma. They can't get out of it. Okay. She didn't know she was dead. She's still in her awareness. You know, anybody that came in was the attacker. Okay. This was going on for, 20, 30 years, people, longer. Okay. So yeah, they don't realize it. Okay. This is partly why, helping them to pass over is like important for those of us who do that. Okay. Take it to the grave secrets. Yeah. What? Okay. Yeah. The first one is like May 3rd. Today. Oh, we have today. Right. Today. Sorry, guys. Today we have a group clearing, and it is the Take It to the Grave series. And it's on Dirty Secrets. Sorry. Okay. Here's the whole pack. And then there's the whole pack is Searching for Home. Same kind of thing. Yeah, the same thing. It's that one. Yeah, that home. Oh, well, not necessarily. Sometimes looking for home. This is another big one. This isn't your home. You always have this feeling you want to go home. You're searching for your home. Nothing is home. Okay. That means home is somewhere else. There's a way to help with that. Okay. It works really well. It's the same, only different. It's not really the, the same feeling of here looking for our mommy, daddy, looking for, the chosen one, so to speak. This is that other longing that happens, and it's pretty frequent for people who aren't native to planet Earth. Think about it. Many of us have been here for hundreds of millions of years. Okay. And others, are new to planet Earth in the last 150,000 years or whatever, but their main home is somewhere else. So they're feeling that longing to go home. Cynthia, this is my girl. Hang on. She's always doing character. Actually, you won't know Cynthia because you've been in this body so long, you're going to think it's yours. What is the spiritual reason? Mandela effect. We are having a different time. Is this? Yes. Yeah, you guys, there are timelines. There are different dimensions that are happening all at the same time. It's happening. Yes. Oh, hang on. This is a good one. Okay. Is it still our own frequency and trauma that can attract a heart-closed being to inhabit us if we walk into a toxic environment? You don't have to walk into a toxic environment. Here's the thing. Whatever your body's holding, whatever's in your subconscious, it's a magnet. Okay. And your higher levels are also bringing you different things, to help you wake up. So your heart's closed. You're going to have other discarnates coming in. You don't have to be in a toxic environment. Okay. You can be in your own backyard and something can come in. Okay. So think about this. Okay. So, what happens, like if a candle is lit, okay, if you got a lit candle, you got a flame, right? Just imagine that you're wounding, sexual trauma, rape, molestation, alcoholism, people that have victimization, all kinds of, traumas and crisis, that have happened. Your vibration, just like a flame, can be felt and seen. And what happens is the same energies, remember that like energies drawn to like energy? Okay, that's what's up. You got your heart's closed, so you're going to get a closed heart. Okay, you're going to get that kind of energy coming in. Or if your heart, if your heart's really open, then there's going to have to be some other kind of wounding inside of you that they would be drawn to. But that's what happens. Same in you, same in them. Okay. All righty. Hang on. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you need to, I mean, occasionally, you guys, you know, especially if it's a discarnate that's fucking you, that's messing you up, then, you know, one thing can do it. I've seen massive changes in just one clearing. Other than that, think about this. You have lifetimes, you have layers and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers of the same kinds of traumas, okay? So the traumas, the energy of it, and there's so many components to it. If you start understanding, when I'm doing a clearing, you know, I'm looking at discarnates, I'm looking at your subconscious, I'm clearing out past lives, belief systems, clearing out attacks, enemies, you know, clearing out implants, dark force interferences, and all the misperceptions and beliefs that you got running in your subconscious. So yes, here's how it works. Listen to it until the issue that you're listening to is over. Okay, then you don't need it. But if you're still having any kind of reaction or any kind of angst that's still connected to, relative to the clearing, then there's more to go. Okay, so you guys, clearings work, but you're not going to get everything unless you do in a half an hour. Okay. What? Oh, yeah. What was that, Cynthia? I remember doing something. What happened to that? It's not here anymore? Huh, okay. Yeah, so I did something. Yes, I did a demo on that, helping people. Okay. So today, take it to the grave today. All right. Inner child package. Oh yeah, here's the, you guys, anybody who wants to get in on the inner child, you buy the whole thing, you're going to get a discount, 20% discount. Okay, but you can just, there's 5 parts to it. The mother's the first one, the dad's the last one. So, you know, that's going to be major, but everything in between, the other ones are good. They're all good. Okay, but it's an inner child. The thing is it's an actual journey. I'm guiding you in. I'm helping you to unravel and clear and discover and find what's going on. And you're going to learn how to unravel stuff for your own self. It's pretty cool. What? Rhea, I remember she said in her lifetime once that disclosure won't happen. I want to feel heart chakra opening. I don't know what that means. Okay, how does one feel heart chakra opening? Well, you can. It's an emotional sensation. Okay, you can also feel it in the heart, like for real. You feel it in that heart chakra. Okay, people, you know, when you have blockages or you have energy, you have sadness or you have anger, whatever, and you can feel those energies. Okay, so blockages in the heart you can feel, because what happens is you're not feeling happy and joy. You're not feeling, you know, your aliveness, your passion, your excitement. But it's a physical sensation. So when it opens, like for example, in my own journey of my desire to open the heart, it's like, you know, what happens is all these different things, scenarios happen that slam you, force you in, then you do your inner work, and then you heal that wound, and then you can feel the heart opening even more. Okay, you can feel it. Okay, so it's a sensation, it's a physical sensation, and it has emotion in it. Okay, so you know, you're living with what you've been living with, so that feels, you can't always know what's, you know, is it really blocked all the way, or how close am I, whatever. Okay, but still, it's a sensation, it has a vibration. And when you pay attention and start paying attention to yourself, feeling your body that's always talking to you, your body's always letting you know, because it's connected to all your higher levels and connected to the subconscious. So it's always talking to you. Okay. So that's how you're going to, you know, feel it. It's like you'll feel lightness. You'll feel an energy in there. You'll feel a deep sense of happiness or joy, you know, when the heart's opening. It's really cool. Okay. You know, how about medical advance? What is this? How about medical advanced technologies? Some people claim about, well, they're always testing stuff, you guys. There's always something coming out, whether it's true or not. That's the key. All these things that they're coming out with, some of them are totally useless. Okay, that's another thing. Humans want to, they want to try to make things, want things to work, and then they think they're doing something good, and they're not. But some of the medical stuff, there are some things happening though. There's some big stuff happening medically, and there's a lot more stuff that doesn't work. Okay, but there is some pretty good medical advances happening, technologies. Okay. Does the clearings need a break in between to ground the energy? Okay, hang on. Does the clearings need a break in between to ground? Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Okay, yeah. So what happens is, think about a lot of energy leaving the body. Okay, so there's a recalibration that your whole energy does. The whole body recalibrates. Okay, because even though, well, actually, sometimes people, like, for example, when taking out discarnates, you can feel empty spaces, like holes in the body, okay? And the energy just starts coming in and recalibrating, and then pretty soon, a few days, maybe a couple of weeks, you don't feel that hole anymore, okay? So depending on how your body is feeling, if you're still kind of like integrating, then let your body just recalibrate, and before you jump in and do more, so yeah, it's like give it a little in between, a break. Sometimes it could be a day, it could be a week, it could be 2 weeks, you don't know. It depends on the person, and what is your body doing. Is it able to take on more, release more? Okay. Quantum physics and how are you in each moment in that time isn't real? Everything's happening now. That yeah. Well, try and grasp it with your mind. So, well, actually, for example, like if you go into what I call the God Creator Consciousness, the all that is, taking your awareness into that by going into your awareness, like you have awareness, okay? So you're aware of your own voice. You're aware of seeing me. You have an awareness. Start tuning into that awareness. That's the same awareness we all are. Everyone's got the same awareness, same consciousness, okay? So when you go into that, or go into the energy that we call God, creation, everything is everything. It's like it's a major energy frequency that everything is all happening all together all at the same time. It's kind of a trip, okay? But yeah, so it is happening. But right now, all you really have to do is do your own inner work. That you don't have to identify with your past selves and trauma. Yes, that's really true, but has anyone actually done that yet? Okay. The way I do it is clean out the debris, clean out the wounding, okay? Then you're not identifying with your past trauma. But wishing and hoping and thinking and believing that that's true won't make it happen for you, okay? Okay, what is this? Being honest with ourselves and dealing with the things that arise in life. But can you speak a bit about this idea? Yeah. So that's on the next segment of that, past traumas. Okay. Yeah. So you guys, here's the thing. This is a good question. So how many people are actually willing to face yourself? How many of you are actually willing to look at, like, when you're feeling reactions, or you're shutting down, or your behavior, when you're trying to hide something, when you don't want to be exposed, when okay? Are you willing to look at yourself? Okay. So if you're not, then shifts won't be happening. But when you're honest with yourself and you deal with things that arise, then you have that opportunity to actually go in and heal the wounding that's causing that kind of behavior. Okay. So you guys, there's no magic. Okay. If you believe this, then you're going to be set free. Or if you do this, you guys, look how long people have been trying to heal, how long they've been trying to wake up, how long have people been seeking enlightenment. Okay. So there's no fast track. I tried. I looked. I was seeking enlightenment in 1984. Then I saw, whoa, we know enlightenment here. There's nobody on the planet enlightened, fully enlightened. Nobody. Okay, so that became unrealistic. But what I did know is we can heal the wounding, and in that our lives change. Duh. Okay. Okay. Okay, Abigail. You had a good talk. So you thought you think you're talking to God, right? Talking to your higher levels. Sorry. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people go through this. Okay, so there's a reason why. Why not go in and find out why it's too hard for you? Okay, I mean, you guys, it's like unravel. I'm telling you, unwind, unravel, clear and heal your subconscious. It changes your life. Okay, for real, changes your life. Oh, I got to get going. Okay. Okay, you guys. So we got a group clearing coming up in 25 minutes. Am I concerned? No. Are you concerned with Iran, Israel, China, Russia, North Korea, and all their weapons? Actually, no, I'm not concerned at all. Not at all. And it's not because it couldn't happen or that it might happen or that it will happen or that it won't happen. I'm not concerned because I'm very, very aware of the divine plan unfolding. I talk about this. You're not going to stop what's going to happen. So eat, drink, and be merry, people. Enjoy your life, do your best, and love. Open your heart. Stop hurting people. Stop withholding love. And share the gift of you. Be who you are authentically and have a blast. There's nothing else to do. Okay? We're not going to stop whatever the divine plan is unfolding. Guaranteed. All right, you guys, I got to go. Get ready for that group clearing. Take It to the Grave series. And today, Take It to the Grave series. And it is on, Dirty Secrets. Okay, so think about this. All your dirty secrets, you're in hiding. Hide. Nah, clear them out and show up. Share the gift of you. All right, everyone. Cynthia, thanks for answering lots of questions for people. All right, hopefully I'll see you at the group clearing, everyone. Gotta go.